Roger.
All right. Welcome to the Coffee Bean Experience. My name's Dave, and there's no Zay right now, so I'm going solo here tonight. So don't hold it against me. I know you guys love to hear from Zay and all his witty comments and stuff, but don't forget, hit us up on Patreon and the Coffee Patreon, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
I also didn't know your name was Dave.
Dave, yeah, dude. It's the stage name.
Wow. Okay.
They know.
I gotta come up. My name's Jose.
I'll introduce him in a minute, but anyway.
Sorry.
And then email us, the Coffee Bean Experience, thecoffeebeanexperience@gmail.com. And then don't forget to comment below. And don't forget, there's private content on the Patreon so that you get your money's worth. So don't forget to support us there. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing good. Like I said, I'm solo tonight, but I'm a solo host tonight, no Zay, but I do have a guest with me tonight. So without any further ado, I want to introduce a good friend of mine. We didn't discuss this. Usually I prep the people that I'm talking to, Joe.
Yeah,
by the way,
no prep.
There's been no prep. No. I don't prep them that much because I do like the more candid. But I usually prep you. Like, how personal can I go? Do you care if they know what city you live in, your last name? Do you, like, if I'm talking about where you work, do you want the name of your employer?
Yeah, we can stay away from work. But let's do city and name.
City?
That's fine.
Last name?
Jose Nortano.
Jose. That's the Spanish version of his real name, guys.
And I live in
Giuseppe.
Tacoma.
Giuseppe.
Yeah, Giuseppe.
Nortini.
Giuseppe, but you can just call me Beppe for short.
Seppi. Can
Sure
I call you
Beppe
Joe? Because that might be weird.
I'm pretty sure Beppe is Joe in Italian for short.
Beppe. Seppi. Giuseppe. Seppi.
No, they say Beppe. Giuseppe. So you say Beppe.
But I've seen
Zeppi
or Zeppe.
I don't know about that.
Oh. And just a little tip, Joe, if you just look at me in the screen, then it helps you visually be able to connect with me while you talk. Instead of turning, and then you can stay.
I like to kind of look at you, but I'm a noob at this, so I'll try to keep eye contact.
No, I'm no expert, bro. I just know how to
Is there any way to make this picture on our screen bigger? Because it's kind of small.
I might screw stuff up.
Now the viewers are getting more into our experience. See how I did that? Which is fun. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Maybe next time. Oh, there's another angle.
Another angle, bro, yeah. Okay. We change it up as we're talking randomly.
Lighting there is better. Much better.
Yeah, sometimes we have cool lighting in the background. And we're looking for...
There's this light over my head here, which kind of...
It makes you look angelic.
It blurs a little bit.
It makes you look angelic.
It's good, though.
We're looking for a green screen to hang back there. In back, and then we could change the background. Because right now it just looks like a ghetto rec room. Which
I'm surprised we don't have any lights in the front that are on us. Might be
that's good feedback.
I don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, so we are just so we told you guys before, like, we're having guests on, and we invite you to contact us, especially if you live in the local Tacoma, Greater Tacoma, Seattle area, and we can even call and dial you in, because we're definitely interested in sharing people's stories. So, Joe,
wow.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm...
No prep.
We're going to share your story, bro. And we might get into a little bit of your political... we have no boundaries on this show, Joe. So we go anywhere.
Wow.
Yeah. Anywhere you want to go. And if you don't want to go there, like we had one guest the other day say, yeah, I don't really want to talk about my political views. So we didn't talk about their political views.
Yeah, I'll probably stay away from that.
Really?
But, yeah.
Why not, dude?
You said that was okay.
Oh, I mean, you're the guest, so
I don't
yeah,
have to
I'm not
qualify it.
No. Okay, cool.
I still don't even know who this podcast goes out to.
As a good, we have viewers in Hong Kong. We have viewers in Australia. We have viewers in Europe. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. So it goes out to everybody, and it goes out on YouTube. Goes out on
That's big.
Anchor. Goes out on Spotify. We have a Spotify channel. Goes out on Patreon.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but I as a host, you have an obligation to, you have a right, of course, whatever you want to say, constitutional. We're not a communism, so I'm not forcing you to speak here, Joe, but I just wanted to ask, is there a reason you want to stay away from politics? That as a host, my job is to ask good questions.
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I guess,
Is it just too lit right now? The society is all
lit right now, man.
So we're staying away from racial stuff today.
Absolutely.
2 white guys, we can't talk about it anyway. Sorry.
Absolutely, we're gonna stay away from any of that.
Okay.
I will say that Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
But that's all, and they for sure matter.
Okay.
And I stand behind that. But
and you're not
we're
gonna
not get into. Nope, we're not gonna get any more. But you're a good host. Well, I just want to.
You're not gonna do the caveat. All lives matter, just Black Lives Matter.
The reason why I say that is because we were like, okay, we're not gonna get into politics just because it's too lit. So we did already acknowledge that things are pretty lit.
Yeah.
Is my mic good enough or
Yep. No, you're good. Keep going.
We already acknowledged that things were pretty, heightened in the political sphere.
Mm-hmm.
So I just felt like I did need to say
Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that because I feel like I'm obligated to say that. I'm saying that because I do believe that.
Genuinely believe it.
That's cool. I'm willing to reveal that, but I don't want it to be a political discussion.
Yeah. What up, dude? Dude, this is JoJo's. This is JoJo. Joe, our guest's son, his oldest son. So, no, the boys are up watching a movie, dude. Luke's up watching a movie in Reagan's room, Joe.
He's also my favorite son.
It's his only son, so. What Reagan's room? If you go walk up and ask Miss Shelley where Reagan's room is, then you'll get to find a cool movie. Yep.
Catch you later.
All right. So, Joe, why don't you tell us, we'll just start, and the viewership, maybe the people listening just want to hear, maybe a little bit about you, but start from, where you grew up and where you were born. And
wow, I didn't know we were doing this tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was born and raised in University Place, Washington. So I was born in Tacoma.
Okay, there you go, because nobody... Sorry.
I was born in Tacoma, Washington, raised kind of in what is West Tacoma, also known as University Place. Mm-hmm. It's its own city, so it is University Place, but most people don't know what that is. Born into a very Irish Catholic family, which means...
So you have to... So Irish, go ahead. Sorry. Well, let's see what you say here, because I have a good question for that.
Very Irish Catholic family, which means... I shouldn't say that. It's a little sarcastic. I was born into an Irish Catholic family, and our Irish Catholic family didn't really regularly go to Mass. We had, maybe one or two family members that actually went to church regularly. So that was, my life, kind of growing up, just...
Do you mind talking about a little bit about your parenting, your parents and their struggles, or no, you don't want to go there?
Sure, yeah. Both my parents are alcoholics.
Okay.
Are currently recovering alcoholics.
There you go. So you grew up in a family where, heck, you were drinking and doing drugs or what? At what age?
I started drinking, doing, messing around with marijuana, probably by 7th grade.
Mm-hmm. Do you mind telling the viewership how old you are now? Or you want to?
I'm 29.
Okay. Right on.
So 29 right now. So that was kind of my childhood growing up. There wasn't a ton of structure, and just kind of dealt with parents who weren't really actively participating in my life.
But they loved you. I mean, they were
loved
loving,
me. Yeah, for sure.
Loving fun.
For sure. And
freaking party type. And not just party get drunk and do drugs all night. No, for sure. But we had party celebrate life and camp and...
Oh, yeah. We had a ton of fun, family vacations, all that stuff. Just not very active, really, day to day, and it got progressively worse and stuff. But I was an athlete in school. I mean, I guess I could say that I was an athlete. I wasn't
wrestling.
A D1 athlete or anything, but I wrestled, played baseball, played lacrosse. I lettered in lacrosse and wrestling.
Right on.
Didn't do baseball in junior high or high school, but so I love sports and stuff and did that, and it was a ton of fun. And
you were a good student?
I was a terrible student.
Okay.
Yeah, I...
That's fair to acknowledge.
I graduated high school with a 2.2 accumulative.
Okay.
I really only kept my grades up so I could wrestle each year.
Right on.
And play sports. So I graduated high school. A lot of things happened before I graduated high school, I guess.
Go wherever you want to go with that.
So,
what do you mean?
I didn't know we were doing this tonight. So I was, like I said, I had 2 alcoholic parents. They eventually got divorced right after I got done graduating from high school.
It's good we have a couple beers in us,
which was kind of crazy. Yeah, they were just opening.
By the way,
right
hey, this is a little cameo. We're not getting.
Can we do this?
Yeah,
we can say we're drinking on this?
Yeah. Some guests cuss, dude. I don't know if Isaiah beeps it out. We haven't got edited from channels yet. Anyway, hey, little promo. We'll give Joe a break because he didn't realize the content of this show you guys are getting. This is Mac and Jack's in a can, guys. Mac and Jack's, for those of you around the world, Mac and Jack's is a local brewer based out of Redmond. This is what they call an African amber, which actually isn't technically a classification of beer. I think they made this beer, didn't they? Didn't they make the classification African amber?
They definitely make the beer.
No. African amber, I think they did.
I think they did. I think that's their
I
name
think
for
they
it.
came up with
I
this
don't know
little
if it's
marketing.
inspired by an African. I don't know if there are actually African beers. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
I think I read. Okay, so although we're both kind of beer lovers, I don't know if we say connoisseurs. I think I read where Mac and Jack's came up with this whole African amber concept. And it is kind of a disputed classification of beer. Like if you look up, you guys could go Google African amber right now, and you're gonna get Mac and Jack's because there's just not African ambers out there. So anyway, we're cracking some African amber in a can.
It's delicious
because all the dang stores are closed. As you guys know, we're all struggling with COVID shutdowns. So anyway, that's we're having some drinks, and hopefully you guys get to the coffee shop and share and have good dialogue with each other. So Joe, go ahead and finish. That was just a little, as we're chugging some beer with you guys, you might be drinking coffee or soda or whatever, but.
Yeah, they didn't pay us to say that either. Maybe
No,
Mac
we
and
don't.
Jack's will send us a free six-pack or something.
Maybe, well, we're not big enough show, but hopefully we stop giving free promos to people and get paid to do little advertising.
There you go.
Yeah, we're hoping to get there, Joe.
Yeah, so back to my story. Yeah, so what did I do? Right before graduating from high school, I kind of had a conversion to the Christian faith and
Christian, Protestant, evangelical. We have a lot of
Catholic.
viewers. Catholic, okay.
Catholic Christian faith. So I just say Christian because Catholics are Christian.
Yeah,
but,
amen.
The OG Christians, but
OG
had a conversion to the Catholic faith, and it was kind of natural for me because like I said, my family was very Catholic to begin with, even though culturally very Catholic, even though we didn't go to church regularly.
Yeah.
So I started kind of just kind of discovered that there was something more to life than the way that I was living it, and so started going to church and kind of had a big conversion to the Catholic faith. And
in the Pentecostal tradition, Joe, we would say you caught fire, like you got fire for your faith.
Caught
right?
fire for sure. Yeah.
So I'm also interested. We don't. By the way, our shows are only about 20, maybe 25 minutes, and this is our timer down here, Joe.
Okay.
So, and I did want to get into a couple other discussion points we were talking about. We were actually just talking, and I wanted to kind of touch on that, not to get too deep, but we do get deep in our show sometimes. Sometimes it's light. Like, by the way, to segue to another show, let's ask Joe. We called this punk, and he didn't pick up. I know it was a random call, middle of the night. Joe, boxer brief or commando?
Boxer brief for sure.
Boxer briefs? Is that a classification? Because I was like boxer, briefs.
Oh, I think
or
you said
commando.
boxer brief or commando.
I think boxer briefs is a classification.
No, it is. I wear them every day, all
Boxer
day.
briefs.
And I wear them every night to bed, and they're great.
I don't know
Boxer
what
brief.
briefs.
Boxer
Okay.
brief is my go-to for sure.
Okay. And have you ever gone commando?
It's the only way to fly. I don't know if I've ever gone commando to bed.
No,
Maybe.
not to bed. Walking around in public.
Oh, I thought you were saying what do you sleep with every
No,
night?
what do you wear when you wake up? What does Joe,
Dude, you can't
Mr.
go
Giuseppe?
commando
Dude, I have friends that go commando all day.
in the jeans with the
Do you know Nick Paulser goes commando when he's at home? No matter what he's doing at home, he's commando.
calling out Nick Paulser, right?
Yeah, he was on the show. He called it out himself.
Wow, Nick's a buddy.
Yeah.
When he's home
He
by
was,
himself,
dude.
that's
He
what
was. Nick had done like 3 12-hour shifts in a row. He was so dog tired when we called him. He was like no energy level, dude. We were laughing our pants
He
off.
just gave you the true.
He just gave us the unfiltered. He goes, "Why wouldn't I go commando when I'm home? Like, who doesn't go commando when you're home? Why would I put on underwear? I got nobody to impress."
I gotta say, I don't ever go commando.
Never gone? Have you ever done it?
Oh no, I've definitely. I go commando if I got swim trunks on.
No, that doesn't count, Joe. Everybody
I
goes
don't-
commando. I don't know if. Hey, comment
Not
down below.
everyone goes
Email us. What?
commando with swim trunks. Some guys wear boxer briefs in their swim trunks.
No.
Yeah, it's true.
Comment to us. Let us know. Email us if you wear your underwear in your swim trunks. Who does that?
Some people do it. It takes a lot longer to dry out. Let me tell you.
It's nasty, and I've done it when I've wearing shorts. This is why I know. You guys are probably judging me because how do you know, Dave? It actually feels good. You should try it. No, I've been stuck in shorts that weren't swim trunks, and I wanted to jump in the water, so I wore my dang underwear in there under my shorts, and it sucks afterward because you're like, what? You get chaffed.
Wait, you said Dave? I thought your name was David.
It is Dave.
Oh, Dave.
Yeah,
not David.
Yeah,
Dave.
I say David sometimes too. That's the German pronunciation.
Oh,
yeah. Oh. All right. So, Joe, I'm curious. Going back to your story here. So, not only did you have awakening with your faith, but many people would think cumulative GPA 2.2. Basically, you like. I don't know is this over dramatizing? You like barely graduated high school, basically. Right?
Oh no, that's totally true. I had to take 2 online courses.
Yeah.
My senior year, crammed them in just to graduate. No, I almost didn't graduate for sure.
High school. Okay, so I thought that was the story, but I didn't want to over dramatize here.
No, I almost didn't graduate high school.
And then what? You went on to be a plumber, or actually, sorry for you blue collar people out there. I'm not. You went on to be a nobody, right? Or I mean, you educationally, academically, you stopped and you just struggled and you.
Yeah, I didn't have a plan right away after high school. I didn't have a college that I wanted to go to. I probably couldn't have gotten into a college. I would have had to start at a community college.
So then, real quickly, let's jump through this. What did you do academic? What did you eventually get to academically? Because I think this is cool.
Eventually, academically, I went to a Catholic seminary.
Yeah.
So I discerned that after meeting you and doing some other things, which maybe we'll skip. I went to Catholic seminary.
Yeah. So you were discerning to be a priest.
I was discerning to be a priest for the Diocese of Seattle.
Yep.
And I went to Mount Angel for 3 years.
In Oregon. Yep.
In Oregon, that's a seminary, Benedictine monastery in Oregon. Studied there for 3 years.
And this is cool.
As a double major in philosophy and literature, and I fell in love with school actually, and discovered that there was a whole bunch of things that I was missing and things that I really enjoyed learning about that I just never had given the time before. So I started studying right away and just really fell in love with it day to day and more, and I figured out that I wanted to continue my studies. I eventually discerned out of seminary,
which means you decided not to become a priest,
right?
Because you felt more called to.
Felt called to raise a biological family and to be a biological father
and to get married
to have a companion to do that with. So left seminary. I finished at Pacific Lutheran University my senior year after leaving seminary, and right after
with your bachelor's in
philosophy.
Okay.
I was a double major in philosophy and literature. I basically have all the credits to be a double major in literature, but because I wanted to finish in 1 year from PLU, I could only be
a single
major,
yeah,
with no minor or anything.
Yeah,
right out of PLU,
no concentration. They didn't give you credit. No concentration.
Nope. Nothing. That's kind of lame. Right after PLU, yeah, it is. Right after PLU, I went. We shipped out. I applied to the Catholic University of Leuven in Belgium to study. Continue to study
as
philosophy
in Belgium,
there.
Europe, or European Union, guys.
Yeah.
As in across the pond.
Yeah, so I in the KU Leuven, as it's known there, is it's one of the best schools in the world for continental philosophy, which is kind of a particular.
Dude, my eyesight's bad. Is that 18 minutes we're at?
18:30.
Okay, go ahead. Go.
Anyways, it's one of the best schools in the world for continental philosophy.
Yeah.
You can look it up. KU Leuven.
He's not talking continental, by the way, like continents.
Continental Europe, but yeah. So I went there and studied and finished the master's degree in philosophy there. After that, I actually went back and ended up teaching a year at Mount Angel Seminary.
And you eventually ended up got married.
Got married. Yeah, sorry, got married before going to Leuven to study for my master's
Before
degree.
you went to Belgium.
Yeah, so
which we thought was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah, graduated.
Get married.
Got married. Went to Leuven. We had our first kid in Leuven.
In Belgium.
Yeah, Leuven, Belgium.
Yep.
And then eventually moved back. But yeah, it was a wild.
So
ride.
So a little bit earlier, we were talking about and I'll just let you summarize because I do enough talking throughout the show. But I think it's really cool because we have a pretty cool wide range of viewership, which, by the way, I would love to hear your comments and emails about what I'm about to ask Joe to summarize because we don't have much longer with Joe, but I want you to summarize our discussion, and you actually get to close us out with the summary of our discussion, your thoughts on it, and you have to do it within 3-4 minutes tops. But for those of you across the world, I would love to get your emails, your comments below on your response to Joe in this, because we had a really cool conversation just about American culture and just kind of our society and our infatuation, and I'll give you a preview of what Joe's about to say, our infatuation with our immortality. And I'm interested to know, like, for those of you in Hong Kong, Australia, all over where you're listening, like, what do you feel your society's views on this topic are? Like this whole, I don't know, that's kind of vague, immortality. Joe will tell you more. So go ahead, Joe, take it away.
What am I talking about?
That's what happens when you have like too many beers. He just missed my whole segue.
No, I don't know what.
Summarizing our whole conversation we just had. And your view on it, and
the one before this.
Yeah.
We were talking.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we were talking about how, and this has been my thing since I've had.
This is where I get to sit back and drink beer, Joe.
We were talking about how a lot of people, I think a lot of parents fall into the trap of believing that their goal as a parent is to make sure that their children avoid all pain and suffering. And I think as a Catholic, one of the things that you recognize is that suffering and pain is a legitimate part of the human experience. And so part of what we're doing in our Catholic faith is learning how to deal with suffering and deal with pain and prepare ourselves ultimately for death. And so
now, Joe, how do you reconcile that with? Because I could hear someone from a totally different culture hearing you saying that sounds pretty sadistic.
Yeah, well, I think you have to.
Whatever.
Yeah, one of
get the
those. I think that you have to. I think it all has to be put in the right perspective. For us, we're preparing ourselves for death because we believe there's something more than just this life alone. We believe that we're made to enter into the kingdom of God and to be in total communion with God forever. So, and everything that we do here is kind of preparing ourselves for that. It's preparing our souls for that. So,
so just to be clear, you're not talking about torturing your child or
abusing
them.
No. But the idea, like something really bad is happening to me, and so like, how much money can I pay to like fix that situation, or what surgery can I have to fix that situation? I'm not saying that we should avoid modern medicine is an amazing thing, and we should totally use it. And all. I'm not like saying we shouldn't.
Anti-medicine.
Yeah, I'm not anti-medicine at all. I'm just saying, but a part of, ultimately, one thing that science can't figure out is how to make us live forever. And that's because death is an essential part of what it means to be human. And we shouldn't forget that. So then if that's, and that goes actually back to my I know we're going over here, but that goes back to
we're cool. We're cool going over a little bit.
My own philosophical studies. I studied Martin Heidegger, and he would say that the thing that makes us most who we are is our own death. That's the one possibility that no one can take away from us.
Wow.
So he defines the human person from death itself and kind of moves out from there.
What is he saying? Is he saying how you die or how you perform up to your death?
No, just that death. I'm a being who is pure possibility. Every day I could do a million different things. I could choose to do all kinds of different stuff. I could become whatever I want to become. I'm pure possibility for Heidegger. But the one possibility that all of us have that none of us will ever be able to get around is death. It's the one sure thing. Like I can do a ton of things to change my life and do a ton of different things. I can never avoid death. No matter how much I love you or my wife or whoever, I can never jump in and take that possibility from her or from you. It's theirs. It's the only really thing that we all possess is our own death. So from a purely philosophical sense,
without leaving everybody on a totally morbid note. Hey, what up, Shelly?
Okay.
Yeah, we're good. We're about ready to wrap up. Without leaving everybody on a totally morbid note, what would you say to them? Okay, so I'm gonna die, is what you're telling me. So what would you say to make it end more hopeful for our viewership? Well, I don't know if it's since we're all stuck in our homes, Joe. Whoa,
I think
that would have been bad.
How it ends is not my call, but but I think death is a reality for all
What
of us.
should they
I think
take
that
away
what
from
it-
this to make
what
their-
I would
yeah.
what I would take away is like I said, I can't speak to the end, but what I would take away is that we should just live our lives every day like, it's that cliche, like it's
No,
our
right.
last, but you should live your life like you won't live forever. And a lot of us don't do that. A lot of us
Yeah.
live our life like we will live forever.
That's actually true. I wonder if that's cross-cultural, by the way. So anyway, hey, Joe, we'll have to. Are you willing to come back on the show?
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude. And thanks for kind of riding the pony here while we.
Absolutely.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that game? Ride my pony. Ride the red.
Can't say I do. No.
Oh, it was a youth group game. Anyway,
I don't remember that. I don't know why.
Ride my. Oh dang! I forgot. There's a song. we
Break
sang.
me off a piece of that.
Kit Kat
apple
bar.
sauce.
Oh.
Oh, Kit Kat. Yeah, Kit Kat. Sorry. Yeah.
Anyway,
All right, here we go.
Yeah, man. So thank you for joining us, Joe, and thank you for all you guys for listening. We don't. This is actually sacrilege right there. Oh, I don't know about sacrilege. Anyway, Joe, thanks for joining us, and all you guys, thanks for listening. Again, you've just listened to the Coffee Bean Experience. The Coffee Bean Experience at gmail.com. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Anchor, Spotify, and email us. Comment below on the YouTube. Let us know what you're thinking about this. And if you want to hear Joe back, the more comments we get, the more interaction we get from you guys.
For sure.
We appreciate it. So, with that
CBE.
being said, CBE.
Coffee Bean Experience.
Yeah.
CBE, let's go.
So go take your friend to the coffee shop, go get a coffee, go get a beer, have some real conversations, enjoy life, and remember, think about your death so that you can live life today more fully. All right. See you later.